Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode on Gens on the Rio. And today, I'm super excited about our episode because I have a friend of mine here, Jarling.
Jarling. So I met Jarling a few years ago, but we really started establishing a relationship throughout the process of me and my daughters and doing the Sweet 16 and talking to her a little bit more. But then she tells me that she's been, she's gone to the gym with you. She's knows you for a long time. And then, I come to find out more about her. And that's why she's here, because Jarling is a powerhouse. She is a boss lady. She has been a single mom for a period of time. And she rocks it in multiple areas of businesses that she moves around in her life. And we'll talk about those in a little bit. And I'm actually thoroughly impressed with how she manages her life. And I know sometimes it might appear chaotic. I would imagine so. I know we go through this process. Jen, you've been a single mom yourself,
Yes,
and working and stuff like that. I was only a single mom for like a year. Okay, so
That's
I can't
a
even
blessing.
attest to it.
Yeah, seriously.
But even that process gave me a little glimpse of what you guys have been going through. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to have you here, Jarling. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm actually very excited, and I was a little nervous at first, but then I was like, these are my friends.
Yeah, exactly. This is easy.
This is just
easy
like a
with us.
conversation at home. We're just missing the wine, but it's too
are.
early for the
It's too
wine.
early. Mimosas.
You
Well,
know, it's 5:00 somewhere.
I mean, it's early because it's the weekday. If it was a
Yeah.
weekend, it would be too early. We'd be late.
How would you know?
Well, you know how it would
So,
go.
right. Oh, wait. Look, I have Jen's on the reel going off on the background of this computer. All right, there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. So, Jarling,
Talk to me.
Okay, let's start with number one.
okay, go for it.
The family business. So just so you know, Jarling is part of the quinceañeras,
Bella Quince.
Bella Quinces, which if you don't know, it's on Coral Way and like
79. So we have two stores. We have the one that I run. It's the one on 79th and Coral Way. And
Thank
we
goodness,
have
that's
the
the one close to me.
largest store in Hialeah. And, but we, obviously it's
You
the
have to
same
balance
business
both.
owner. It's my, it's my cousin, my family business. I've been with them for almost 15 years now. Although in, this entire time, I've also got my real estate license, and I've managed a beauty salon. I owned a beauty salon. So yeah, I've done a little bit of everything.
She's
It's
an
like a jack-
entrepreneur,
yes.
badass bitch right here,
Thank you.
people.
Thank you.
This is the people I hang out with.
Jarling, I have to ask you, you've been in this family business for 15 years. One thing I have found very difficult to do is to work with family. How do you manage that?
Well, at first it was hard because my cousin and I were only 2 years apart.
Okay.
And he's a very strong,
Character.
yeah, very, very strong. And I mean, listen, I look up to him. Now, obviously, the older we get, I mean, I started with him when I was 30. I just told you my age. But so imagine, at first, I was learning the business. He already, I grew up in this business. So it all started back in Puerto Rico 50 years ago. My mom's sister, which is his mom, started a bridal store. It was a one-stop shop, right? So I grew up in the same business because my parents owned it too. And then once we got here to Miami back in 91, then we didn't do it anymore. But they continued, right? So 25 years ago, my cousin took over. And 15 years ago, approximately, almost 14 years ago, he called me and he goes, "Cuz, why don't you help me?" I had just been laid off from accounting. I did accounting all my life. And he's like, "Why don't you come and help me? I'm opening a new store." And I'm like, "Okay, I live down the street. Perfect." And it went from helping him to
Managing.
managing and staying with him. And I love what I do.
No, and I see you. I see you on Instagram. You do amazing stuff, beautiful
you.
stuff,
Thank
but
you.
you could tell that you work your ass off.
Yes.
And I love what I do. I tell all my clients, listen, this is not a job. This is not something that I do for a living just to make, get paid. This is something I love to
You have a
make
passion.
girls' dream come true. I have my quinces. You can only imagine how beautiful.
For sure.
But
I can imagine.
Yes, I love there's clients and clients, right? I mean, in every industry, but I really enjoy when I see the girls, eyes light up, or the moms or even dads that when they cry, I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God, here we go. I
It's-
get all
it's so
sentimental.
emotional.
I know it is. I mean, if you're Latin, you know Lo Quince is like
It's a big
it's
deal.
basically like a mini wedding
It's
for your
actually-
daughter, but it's all about her. There's
Yeah.
no groom. It's actually better than a wedding.
It's actually bigger nowadays.
it's actually
People
bigger.
just want to get married, take pictures as honeymoon, and that's
Yeah.
it, which I get because spending all this
Financially,
money.
yeah.
Right. It's one
But you
thing when
wanted
your
to-
parents are spending it, another thing when you have to spend
Listen,
it.
when I started with my cousin, he used to have Bella brides. So when he wanted to open the store on Coral Way and 79th, I said, listen, I've been married 3 times. I don't do well with brides. So we went full blown quinceañera. I don't do brides. We do have Bella brides.
Okay,
and
you
we
do have brides,
yes.
though.
We have venues. I mean, you name it. Whatever it is.
I
for
didn't know
any-
you guys had the bride version of it.
Yeah, we do. We do. And if you need a dress, I'll get you a dress. One of my cousins also has a bridal store in the Gables.
Oh, look at that.
So yeah, it stayed
Yeah,
in
you
the
stayed-
family.
You know, I will say that the experience that you're getting, seeing everybody that goes through there, you'd think that at some point you become numb about it, but no, but you don't sound like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I will tell you, I never had a quinces. I didn't have a sweet 16. I know now sweet 16s are a bigger thing because people are not as
Right, that's what I was
religious
gonna
as they
say.
used to
Like the
be.
equivalent of quinces is a sweet 16,
And
like
it's a
American
very
style,
different
which
thing.
I know you do a lot too.
I
Yeah.
do quinces and sweet 16. It's just the name is Bella Quince.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but
Anything
everybody knows it's associated
Yes.
to the
It's the
same
same thing, it's
party.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and-
it's just a year difference.
Yep.
Exactly.
Me
But-
doing this for my daughters has been an experience, and I'm extremely grateful for your help and your assistance along the way. Because it is overwhelming. It is a lot, and you guys offer so much.
Right, that's what I was gonna
All at
say.
once.
It's a one-stop
Yes,
shop, which
yes.
means you can go there and they're gonna resolve all your issues. Like that to me, because I hate event planning. That to me is like, oh my God, thank
I
you,
told
Lord
you to
Jesus.
contact me for your wedding.
No, I know. I know.
You guys have venues as well for photos and stuff like that. You guys have
Photographers,
really
you even have
expanded.
caterers.
And now we have venues for events. So not only for quinces and weddings, but we do everything, baby showers, any event that you want. We have banquet halls, different Candle, Miramar, Hialeah.
Whose
We're all
idea
over
was
the
that?
place.
Whose idea was that?
My cousin, Mike. I have
He's
to listen. I
like
gotta
the
give it to
visionary.
him. I gotta
Okay,
give it
okay.
to him. Him and his wife. In the last 10 years, we've blown
A lot
up.
of growth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been
I
a
remember.
blessing. It's
Let me
been a
tell you, I
blessing.
remember because I've always lived in Westchester, and I remember when it first opened that I was like, Quince, whatever. And then little by little, as the years go, because you get numb passing by the same area all the time. All of a sudden, there was like a big sign in light, and then they took the whole corner.
You don't know how many
And I was like, oh
clients-
my God, they've grown so much.
You don't know how many clients I get that tell me when my daughter was only 2 years old, we would pass by here and she was like, I want that dress in the window. And I'm like, aw.
Yeah.
So it's awesome because I opened that store with my cousin from day one.
That's
and
beautiful.
it just seeing it.
No, the
way that
location is
we've grown.
amazing.
And that's like a boutique. We have the biggest one in Hialeah.
No, I can imagine because
It's
that's
like
the
a
first
David's
one.
Bridal type of thing.
Right.
So imagine
But
that.
it's massive. I've
It's a
been there once,
quinceañera
yeah.
empire. So it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a lot of work. You mentioned that, that I don't get tired of it. It's just that every client is different.
Yeah.
Every client has a different story. What I love the most about this is not only making the girls' dreams come true, but the relationship I built.
Yeah.
I have built the most amazing relationship, friendships for years. I mean, I've had friends that I've met in this business for over 14 years.
So let me ask you something. So Quinces, full circle, do they come back? Have you had them come back
Absolutely.
for bride,
I
for
have
bridal?
had, so quince, prom, because I also do
Oh, the
prom,
prom.
brides, and even baby showers. I know.
Wow, they
I'm
come
a
up.
grandma. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm getting
I
old.
saw your baby. Your,
So
your
that
little
so they
baby
come back. So imagine it is because for me like what I love about what I do is the closing part. The in between, the craziness, it sucks. But when you get to the closing table,
all worth
when I'm
it.
able to be at the closing table, that's my favorite part because you see the reactions, you see people cry, you see the name behind the face. So you get that like from the get. You get them taking their daughters over there, seeing the mom cry, seeing the
spent-
dad cry. It's like
And the photos come to
no, I
fruition,
can
like you see the
imagine. It must be
album.
spent
super
a year
overwhelming.
most of the
like
time
in a
with the
good
client.
way.
Yeah,
they
that's
come
right
and
about.
they do the contract and then they choose the dress and they come back because they want to change the dress and they come back because now I decided to do a party or I'm going to travel and it's like, okay, well, don't worry. We got this. And what do you need? You need the dress for Paris. We got it right now. So this year is my cousin's first daughter's quinces. You can only
No
imagine,
way.
right? Is the quinces of the year. So we
Wow.
have Sophia. They just went to Greece. They went to Turkey and where the hot air balloons, what is that called?
Oh, they have them in a few places.
No idea.
I always forget the name. Anyways,
Caprino.
no. And now they're going to Paris in June. And then
She's gonna do her
December is
pictures
the
there?
big party.
Oh,
yeah. She's
she
doing
do-
pictures everywhere. No, wait until you see. You
She's
guys
doing
have to
pictures
stay
in
tuned
Paris
because
and Greece and everywhere. She's
everywhere.
Oh my
She's
God.
doing the whole shebang. So I can't wait.
So they have to
because-
take
What
all
an
the
experience
dresses
for
over
her.
there.
Oh
and
yeah, that was a
everything.
big production. Makeup artists, videographers, photographers. I mean, imagine
Listen,
all
I'm telling you,
locations?
people,
all locations.
That's
these
insane.
quince things, it's like
getting
it's like a
serious.
wedding, but I would say this is how we would describe it. It's like a wedding, but it's all about the girl. There's no groom. With a wedding, you got to share stuff with the groom.
Yep.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So is it more serious now than it used to be?
I think every year it changes. Even like the colors of the dresses. When I,
hold
started,
on, I feel like it died down and it came
oh,
back.
not in the 14 years that
No?
I've been in the business.
So it's
No,
never like
no.
died down.
Listen, so we have 90% of the business we do is photography, right? So it's mainly photography.
Yeah.
Like I only
Yeah.
did my pictures. I didn't care for a party. We used to party every weekend.
Yeah.
So I was like, what do I want, Keys? I want my
Yeah.
car. So I was a smart girl. And but there's a lot of girls that like, and they can afford. I have girls that do the pictures, the party, the trip, and the car. I'm like, you're a blessed little girl. So
Nice.
I have a lot of my clients are photo shoots only, right? For the memory, the tradition. Then you have the ones that do pictures and party, right? Then you have the people that just do pictures and they want to borrow the dress to take it out of town. We actually go. We've been to Bimini, New York, Paris. Now we're doing a party in New Orleans. I mean, we go anywhere. Wherever you
Wow.
want, you book us
That's
and we're
insane.
there. So, I mean,
That's
we're a
insane.
huge company. We have it all.
So you're so busy. Now I want to focus on Jarling for a minute here. Jarling,
Here we go.
this busyness that you have going on in this business, how do you what would you say is the what keeps your business afloat or moving smoothly with your people? How do you manage them?
Well, I mean, you mean my staff?
Yeah.
It's easy. My staff, listen, I have great girls. I have very young girls. They're easily trained. I mean, I go through a lot. Right now, before I got here, I had to have a quick meeting because, sometimes they forget what we do. And this is not just a little boutique that you go buy a dress or a shirt, right, that you can return. So this is a very important day. And with my staff, I can't complain. We have issues. I mean, we're not perfect,
of
right?
course,
And in every
everybody does.
business, in every industry. I mean, I had to close my beauty salon. I couldn't deal with all these hormones and the clients and the staff, and it was all girls. And I'm like, no, I can't
Oh
do
my
this.
gosh, that's
I gotta
right on both
concentrate.
aspects,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have to concentrate because my daily bread and my go-to and my passion is quinceañera. I do quinces, I do pageants. I also do beauty pageants. I'm a judge. I'm Miss
Wow.
Teen Cuba, yes. And I love it because we are the sponsors for the dresses.
That's
not
amazing.
the
And
main
you're a
ones.
realtor.
I'm a realtor. I'm
And
a
she's a
mother.
realtor, a
Yes,
mother.
I'm a mother. But listen,
Do you guys have a motto in the office? Like this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what I expect from you guys.
absolutely, yeah. We have goals, obviously. I mean, we have to
Yeah.
in every business to stay afloat, right? And so we have goals, and they know what they have to do, and this is not just a sale. This
No,
is a
it's
sale and a dream
emotional.
come true.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you
It's an
gotta make sure
experience.
it's an experience. It's the customer service. It's making sure that my client's happy and that the dress looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you and be like, that dress looks great, and you look
Yeah,
horrible
looks-
because it's just like the pictures. If the pictures they don't come out right, I want to make sure that when you show the album to your friends, be like, wow, this is
That it
beautiful. Where did
represents
you
you
do
guys,
this?
yeah.
Right.
Because 90% of the households, I mean, I have boys, now I have a granddaughter, but they have a teenager daughter. So, that's also word of mouth, and it's great marketing for me.
Okay, so how do you balance? I know your son is a little older now. It's not like a little kid, but still, you still have to balance because
he
he's
just turned
still
16
right. He's
and
still a kid.
He just got his car.
Right.
So like I told him, I was like, I've been all my life taking you to school, and I finally get to relax. I mean, listen, I got married when I was 18. Right.
Wow.
So that was my first marriage. We were 2 kids. It didn't work out with my first baby daddy, and ever since then, I've had to deal with my kids, and I've had amazing fathers for my kids. I mean, both of them are great. I can't complain. They've been great support. They've been there for me.
Nice.
But I'm mom, and they're 24 hours a day with me, so
Yeah.
I had to figure it out. With the little one more now, because his father, moved far, and so he's
It's
with me.
100%
Yeah,
you,
365 days a week, and I was Uber until last week, basically.
Yeah,
So
I know it
imagine-
gets easy. I know it gets easier when they get older, but no, not really, because
Oh,
they
it's more
get,
worry.
yeah, because they get into an age that you might
Especially
not have to drive
boys,
them
I think.
around, but you're worried about Is he driving? Who's he around? The influence,
he following
drugs.
the
There's a
rules?
whole other level
last
of worries. A whole other
I'm
level.
like, Papi, I'm getting a massage. So you know my phone, obviously you turn it off for 90 minutes. Okay, mom, no problem. All of a sudden, thank God I put my phone to charge. And my lady's like, is my baby boy your son? I was like, yeah, what? And I freaked out. The car stopped in the middle of the turnpike.
Oh, my
and
God.
imagine he freaked out. It's the first time. And I
It
had to
just
stop my
stopped?
massage
Oh,
and
my
I had to
God.
leave and I have to be there for my kid.
Right.
So yeah, I get it. You know, now they're
It's
all
different.
independent. I am a very strict mom. I'm one of those Latina moms that, you
Good.
know, I don't believe.
think it's necessary.
No,
I'm
you have
very
to
strict,
be.
but that's why I'm blessed with such amazing kids. Not only because of God's guidance, but I'm very strict. There is no partying. There is nobody getting in the car. I find out. I warned my little one with the oldest one because he knows the story. You know what happened to Josh? If I find out that anyone's in your car, the car's not yours. The car's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they know that this is a privilege, and mommy works very hard, and mommy sacrifices a lot.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff that we go through as a parent out of a kid's mistake. You know, so
There
the
are
fact that you
consequences.
have those rules are so important because anything could happen, and the one they sue is you. The one they get to you to is
I've
you,
explained
and you
that to
could have
them.
lost your own son in the process. God forbid.
I'm not gonna lie, but that happened
And
to my mom.
still dealt with that. Oh yeah.
With you?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Who else? Like there are consequences, people. When I
Yes,
was
trust
16,
me.
I did
Me
something I
too.
shouldn't have, and then but when I was like already like 19, 20, she went to sell her townhouse. Boom, lien on the house.
Oh my.
Thanks to me.
God.
Because of a car crash and whatever. So that I learned that
Early.
through her. Because I'm like, oh my God, I did all this shit to my mom. And then I
Yeah.
started feeling guilty once I had my son. So now I'm like, no, you're not taking
Oh,
my
my
car.
kids know there's consequences. There's consequences to every action that you.
Yeah, but-
it's happened to me. I mean, listen, I grew up. My mom was. I'm
Listen,
very
you're-
strict, but I don't want to say my kid's best friend because there's a certain
There's a
line of
line,
respect.
yeah.
But I do. Yesterday, my son said it. He's like, no, my mom is my best friend, and I tell
That's
my mom
beautiful.
everything. You have to because
Yeah.
mommy went through everything, and it's funny because I'm like, I'm getting old. My mom used to tell me the same thing, and now I
And now you
understand.
relate, yeah.
Yes, of course. The
So-
good thing is that my kids are 10 years apart.
So they
my
have each other.
oldest, number one, they have each other. Number two, my oldest also gives some
Helps.
really
Advice.
good advice. You
That's
know,
really
my
good.
oldest is a cop. He's in law enforcement for the Federal Reserve, and now the little one is a wrestler and is trying to be, the firefighter. So
Oh,
I'm very
wow.
proud of my kids, as you can see.
That's beautiful.
But I know it's been because of, once again, number one, I give all glory to God because He's the one that has guided me. He's the one that has blessed me with these kids because I'm like, oh, I'm a tough cookie. Yeah, right. You tell a kid, oh, yeah, pick up your stuff and go. I remember I used to
Yeah.
threaten my mom. I'm going to go with my dad. And my mom would cry. My mom was very strict, but she wouldn't,
The
like,
consequences weren't there.
and I was a bad girl in high
Man,
school.
my mom was super strict.
a bad girl. I mean, it
she
wasn't-
wasn't like super strict because my cousin's mom was even more strict. But mom, I felt like she was strict enough. And I feel like she used to pick her battles because she knew the character that I was, my personality.
You're strong.
Yes. And the more you tell me no,
The more
more you wanna do
I
it.
want to do
Me
it. So
too.
I think my mom learned how to balance that. And I feel like my grandmother was like, "Tú estás loca. You're gonna let la niña that." And I bet you my mom was like, "Well, she'll leave through
She's
the window.
gonna do it anyway.
She'll leave through the window. Like, might as well,
Well, I mean,
know where
that's
she's
what happens.
at."
That's what I'm saying. Those are the type of kids that I'm like, okay, I couldn't do that because my head would be cut off.
No, I was super scared of my
But-
mom, but my personality was more brave than my
That's
my
what I
fear
wasn't.
from my
I
mom.
actually wasn't.
But
I-
because there were
I-
always consequences. But it's funny because I do tell my son that I go, there are consequences, and your life can change in the blink of an eye.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean? You could like get into a car accident, manslaughter. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think of those crazy things about my son.
Because they can happen.
They can,
Of
and kids nowadays
course.
don't think that these things can happen.
You don't expect the thing that's going to happen that's bad. Like it's just going to happen. So you have to be on a defense almost, like at all times, just to be prepared for anything and avoid any problems. I tell my kids too. I had a strict mom, but at the same time, because of that, I also left at 19. So I think
So
there's
did
a bit of a
Yeah, that will happen.
a
'Cause
pattern
like
here.
that's what
but
happens.
now we did what we did, and we're like super strict on our own kids, and are we helping them? Are we debilitating them? Because we're strong.
I'm strong, I'm strict, but I talk to my kids. And there's
Same.
a reason why I'm strict. And there's a reason why I tell you certain things. And, I hate to say it, but I tell my kids, and if you don't like it, pick up your stuff and go. As long as you live under my roof, and
My
I know that my
rules.
parents were old school the same way, and people criticize me, I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
It's worked for me, and I'm very strict, and I tell them, if you don't like it, then you pick up your stuff. I'm going to do your list. This is an efficiency. This is the car. This is insurance. My kid, my little one, started becoming a barber at 13 years old.
Oh, wow.
Because he wanted to make his money. I said, you go ahead and do it. Because I wanted to start working at 15. I actually started with my aunt at the bridal store back when I was 15. And my mom was like, you don't need to. I'm like, I don't care. I want to.
Yeah.
And so you got to learn the value of
Work.
the expenses and the
Absolutely.
money. And it's not like, hey, mom, I need this. No, hold up a second. Like, I got to pay bills and I got to do certain things. And there's
Until they
certain
have
things
a
that I can't
job
do.
and they have to be responsible for certain things, they won't know how quickly all that time they put into that job goes to waste at a one transaction.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel that honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, I made that mistake because I had to start. I started working at 16 years old, and I remember when my son was in high school, I'm like, oh, he doesn't have to start working yet. Let him go through school, and that was a huge mistake. And I always tell people, the biggest mistake I feel that I do with my son is he should have started working like at 16 or 15 or whatever the legal age. Yeah, you have a car here, start working. And I tell that to parents all the time. Make your kids work.
Absolutely.
They need to learn the value of money and work and work
the
ethic.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
And
You got to spend 8 hours. My son is
And the commitment.
Yes.
The commitment to show up on time.
Yeah, because
to
they
do
can,
a job, or
they
you're
can,
gonna lose it.
Yeah, they can see you. Like my son has seen me work my ass off his entire life. But one thing is seeing it, another thing is living it.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I think that's huge, and I think that's a mistake some parents make, including myself, that I should have put him to work earlier. But I mean, it was the only child, you know.
It
all that
happens.
bullshit.
It happens.
You
It
know?
But
happens.
they always pick up at some point. You know what?
Yeah, now is when
they
he's
figure
starting
it
to
out.
pick up more, but still, it's like I should have done this. You know, parents with
Listen,
regrets.
I know. I've
But yet I was super strict. I still am super strict. And people are like, but he's an adult. I'm like, I don't care.
no, yeah, I don't care. I don't believe in that
That,
age.
that-
No, he's
that-
18.
that-
I don't care.
that doesn't
It's my
work in a
house.
Latin
Yeah,
house.
not
Like
in mine.
if my mom still will yell at me and I'll be
I'm
like,
45
so-
years old. My mom, we talked about
Yeah.
this last week. My mom on Saturday, I felt horrible. My mom is already getting old. And, my mom is everything to me. And so I'm single. I've been single for 3 years now. And my mom is very old school. And she's like, you need to find a man. I was like, but hold on a second. So she went off on me. This whole big, deal that listen, it was
They're
just,
so
I
silly.
felt so bad. She cried. I cried afterwards. I'm like, okay. And then I called her. I'm like, Mom, listen, I can't just settle with anybody just because I don't want to be alone. I'm perfectly happy single.
I know we've had this conversation many times at the gym.
I know. Listen, I'm dating, but dating in Miami, it's
So-
It's
hard.
rough.
Okay, so
it's
you're-
rough.
That's the next topic.
So I'm glad you
Next-
brought that up.
I was gonna go there next, by the way.
This is the interesting topic.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you heard, she is single. We're taking takers. Please send in all your applications to Gents on the Reel, and we'll be going through them.
Send them with
That would
references.
be great, by
With
the way.
references,
Yes,
please.
that would be great because, listen, I'm tired of going through the same, questionnaire.
So
And
what?
I
Okay,
know
so
my
what are
friends
you
have
dealing
the
with?
same freaking complaints.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I hear complaints about men. It's funny, I hear
With women
complaints with
too,
men
yeah.
about women. So
Yeah.
I'm like, Coño, women can find men can find women, and then I see good men, I see good women, and I'm like, I need to have an event to bring these people
yes,
together.
Hallelujah.
We're working on
We're
that.
working on that.
Perfect. Let me know. I'll be
We
the
might
first
even
one to
include
sign
a
up.
PowerPoint presentation.
Yes. In case you
Listen,
have
they're
references.
doing it. I've seen it. When you're single, you start getting all these things on Instagram. They're doing it.
I
They're
know.
doing the whole. There's one that's the best friend.
That's what she was telling me about. Yeah.
That they go and they do a PowerPoint, and I told her last time, I go, who can sell my friend better than me? Nobody. I can sell them better than anyone.
You'll say all the truths the right way.
Yes.
Because she's not going to let out. Okay, so 3 years single. What has been your biggest hurdle when it comes to dating? Obviously you know what you want. You know who you are.
That's the problem. See, I've been married since I was 18. I told you guys I'm 45, and it's my first time being single ever. I jumped from relation to marriage, and I first had to learn how to be alone.
Yeah,
I didn't know how to
that
be
must be
alone.
difficult,
I
yeah.
didn't know how to sit down and watch a Netflix series. I was like, what? No, I've never
I
seen
call
Netflix.
that the discovery year.
Yes, it was amazing. Let me tell you. It got to a point that I got scared. I said, okay, I'm enjoying this way too much.
Yes, that
I
happens.
opened my bottle of wine. I have my glass of wine. I can watch a whole series. I mean, I did it for like a month and a half, and I was like, okay, I need to start going out again. But
Like rotting.
so
rotting
I
on
think
her sofa.
at this age, not that I'm old, but obviously I've gone through marriages. I've gone through
You have
relationship experiences, right? So at this age, you know what you want.
Yeah.
And it sounds horrible to a certain extent, but
No, better yet, you know what you don't want.
You can smell. You can see the red flags.
Yes, and then now it's like you can't even BS me. At this point, I'm set. I have a steady job. My kids are big. I have no drama. That's one of my biggest blessings. I have no drama.
No baggage.
I have my life set, my house, everything. So it's like now you meet great guys. I have met great guys. I've been on dating apps, but then it's like we're not on the same page. There's no chemistry. We're not on the same financial, level.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough because chemistry is not everything. Love is not everything,
No, especially at a certain age. You have to look for somebody, I feel, that compliments you.
Absolutely.
And brings out the best in you.
Absolutely.
And that you can actually tolerate this person.
Yeah.
Because I always think, I remember I had one ex-boyfriend that I remember sitting across him one day. This was all obviously towards the breakup. And I remember thinking, can I be with this guy when I'm older? Like, what does this look like? And when you close your eyes and picture it, it doesn't come out what you look like. If you can't travel with a person and have the same interests, because love is not enough. And even chemistry at some point.
It's companionship.
Like, sex goes away too, because after a certain age, not now, but after,
absolutely not now.
not now, but after a certain age, way later,
And even
eventually
then.
you're like, and even then, because I
heard
hear that
about
people in the homes are screwing
Yes.
each other left and right. So whatever. The
That's
whole
crazy.
point
That's
is
that's another topic.
that's a whole other podcast. But
We'll bring an older person.
we'll
here.
bring in like an older
discuss it,
person and
yeah.
somebody that runs one of those places. But you know what I mean? You what's left? You have to have a companion. And I
It's
always
so
tell
much.
my single friends, I know it's gonna sound messed up, but about to come out of my mouth.
This is where
Like
she gets
always.
in trouble. Please go ahead.
So the way I see it is like my single friends are like, oh, I don't want to be alone. You know what I've realized? You're never alone. Because even if you don't have, I mean, it would be nice to have a man companion,
Right.
but you're never alone. Because at the end of the day, no offense, guys, but we bury them. We end up living after them, and then we become widows, and then what are we left with?
Yeah. Well, that's why in the old homes there's more women than men.
Yes,
Aside from
'cause
the fact that
unfortunately-
population-wise, there's more women than men.
Right.
anyway,
Unfortunately,
but
like men seem to die earlier than women. I'm telling you, because my mom, all her friends right now, they're all in their 70s to mid 70s, and all of them are single now, either because they got divorced or they're
widowed.
widows.
Yeah.
So now they're all traveling in groups and doing all this stuff. Like they
My
have
aunt does
so
that a
much
lot.
fun.
She's 81 years old.
They have so
She
much
loves it.
fun, and it's like.
Like I'm doing that now with my girlfriends.
Yeah, and
I
it's
mean,
like-
I would love, obviously.
But obviously there's a
men by my
companion is
side. I am
nice.
dating to marry. People are like, for real? I'm like, yes. I'm looking for the
Yes.
fourth victim.
Good for you.
Good
Good
so
for
I am
you.
dating. Yes, I'm dating to marry. But I just don't want to settle. So I got into it with my mom. I said, Mom, but like I'm happily single. It's not. I'm not missing anything. I mean, yes, I'm missing a companion. I'm missing someone. That maybe I don't have to be with my girlfriends all the time or travel with my girlfriends. But I am enjoying my kids because they're older. But I'm enjoying every minute of it. My granddaughter.
You're not missing anything
At
for
all.
anybody.
And then I have my life set. So I need someone that's going to compliment me. I need someone that's going to be there for me, that, like you said, bring the best out of me. I mean, that's, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
But,
But because some men bring out the worst in you.
And
Because
also-
you know what I mean?
I think you need a friend. I tell my daughters, I go, you're very young right now. You probably have better opportunities now because you have like blank canvases all over you. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what you need is a best friend. It's somebody you can have a good conversation with. They don't have to be the most glamorous person, but it has to be somebody that's like hardworking and, dedicated to the family, cares about your needs, cares about himself, but
I agree.
you can have a good conversation with them and you can spend an all day together talking about absolutely not like nonsense.
Anything, yeah.
And
I know it's so crazy because I love Marcel. I love him. I think he compliments me amazingly.
I think so, too.
We get along so well. And it's so funny because in the beginning, I was trying to get rid of him. I didn't want anything. I was like, I don't want
me what
anything
happened.
because you know why? I was happy alone. And I was like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I was happy alone. And I just didn't want that to get messed up, I guess. And not for nothing. Like, thank God that he was so persistent. You know what I mean? That because he's obviously like, he's not obviously, but he's like the best person I could have ever been with in my life. And he compliments me.
That's beautiful.
And
Don't
we
cry,
and we
Jen.
have no, I'm not gonna cry. Chill.
I'm like, I'm not
No pa
crying.
tanto. This is not a Barbara Walters moment. Half the people don't even know who that is. But it's
getting
funny,
older.
but like he like, and I travel with him. We barely ever fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like he can be around my friends. My friends love him.
Yeah. That's
He doesn't tell
awesome.
me not to go on my friends. I still have girl trips. Like
That's another
it's
thing
amazing.
that I need someone that can understand
That can
my
trust
industry,
you.
right? So I have a lot of events. I get invited to many
No, and
quinces,
out of here.
events, anywhere. So it's like, okay, I want my partner to be by my side, but
Yeah.
I do get that obviously if you have a business or you
Yeah, that you
have
don't
your
have
own
to
job,
be there, but let me be.
right? But let me be. You
Yeah.
know, I have this event, and trust me, and I just feel that there's so much going on nowadays. And listen, it's not my age. I know girls that are in their teens, 20s, 30s, and I have a few friends of mine that are single. And it's like I think it's in every age right now because dating is rough.
That's
And I know
insane.
what you said
Well, it
about the
is.
guys and the whole that they complain to. I could tell you that I've heard stories, and it's sad because
it's really
girls,
sad what women are turning into.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yes.
my stepson, he's 27, right? He's 27 right now, and he's single. And he tells me all the time, like, and he tries to date, and it's rough out there. And he's looking to date for marriage. He's looking for the one to marry and have a family. You know what I mean? But he goes to church. By the way, he's 27. He goes to church. He's a great kid. He has a career. He's also single. Send in your resumes.
There you go. Put a picture.
If you have a
might-
daughter,
we're not-
if you have a daughter that's single, this guy is great.
Listen, we're gonna create a form, okay, and we're gonna put this on this podcast, and you guys could just fill it out, and then by the time we have enough people, then we'll actually create the event.
And he's gonna
I
be a
think that's
homeowner
great.
by the end of this year.
I have a few candidates that I'm gonna be like, hey, go sign up. Maybe we get lucky this year,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been rough. The whole dating thing. Thank God my kids are big, so they understand and we talk. And Bobby, look, so I met this guy. What do you think? He's like, oh, I like him. No, mom, no, he's not good for you. I was like, I love it because they
Aw, I
do
they're
what they're
boys.
for. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
boys.
And
They
they're
are little.
open.
Yeah, no, they are. They are. No, my oldest one's like, you want to go have lunch? I'm like, oh, what happened? I feel like I'm gonna get.
No, and
So,
your
Mom,
your
talk
oldest
to
a
me.
police. I would have been
Yeah.
like, yo, background check.
Yeah, no, I try not to do that until I know, there's something going on.
I'm like,
but,
yo, background check.
yeah, he'll be like, okay, mom, let's talk. What's going on? You dating anybody? Because with the oldest, I try to keep it more. The
Yeah.
little one lives with me, so it's,
Yeah, he hears, he
And
sees
I say
everything,
little,
yeah.
mind you, he's almost 6 feet. It's crazy. They're so big.
Is he dating anybody? No,
Yes, both of them. So my oldest is married, so I love.
Why,
my
you have a
daughter-in-law.
granddaughter?
Yes, with the
She's so
daughter.
cute.
Hi, my baby.
I saw
She's
her.
firecracker.
I can't wait to see her quinces.
We'll see because it's sometimes what you want and it's funny because I was telling my cousin, I'm like, I'm surprised Sophia wants a big everything, the whole shebang, because sometimes your own kids don't care for
Right.
what you do, right?
Yeah.
So
it's
let's see maybe my granddaughter wants a big quinces.
You
Or
never
a sweet
know.
16, you never know.
Cute.
You never know. I say, mommy, let's go traveling, okay?
And we'll
Grandma
do
likes
pictures.
to travel. No,
Pictures.
pictures you have to do. That's like a mandatory thing. I do pictures every
Yeah.
year for my birthday. And
I
I'm
know.
not-
I saw your pictures this
I
year.
love
I
it.
have
love
to
it.
take a page out of your book and take more photos.
I need to
we
do-
have to take photos together for
I
Jen's
know,
on the
I
Real.
Real. We're
suck at
doing so
taking
bad.
pictures. I haven't even have a decent headshot in I don't know how many years because even when I was little, I hated taking pictures. I'm not photogenic. I get awkward in front of the camera.
Same, yeah.
I love it. I love
You look-
taking
Yeah, you're
pictures.
natural.
Freaking
Thank you.
amazing,
Obviously, we
amazing
work in
photos. You pose
photography.
and everything. The
Yeah,
right
you're
way,
I have
natural.
like
makeup
everything.
artists that help me. I'm not a model or anything like that, but obviously, I just love. Listen, not only for memories. Mañana no estoy. I'm not here tomorrow, and you have all the memories. Oh, I think my mom liked to
Yeah.
do this, and it's not that I do it to show off. And yes, I'm in social media because of it works for my marketing. Trust me. They're like, tú eres la rubia de los 15. Yes, I am. What do you need? But yes, I love pictures.
Are you what you envisioned yourself to be when you were little?
No. When I was little, I wanted to be a teacher.
Look at that.
Go figure.
Yes, I don't know what happened there, but thank God. Nothing against teachers. I think they're great, but I think they work pretty hard. Yeah.
I will be a horrible teacher.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'd be
I
like
have no
I'd
patience.
be like slapping people around.
I don't have patience.
in the
It's funny. I have no patience, so that's why
I have too much patience. I would actually be pretty good at it,
you'd
but
be an amazing
I
teacher.
prefer being, in the medical field and stuff
Oh,
like
look at that.
So
Look at that.
I am in this process of.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a teacher with all the realtors I have to deal with. They're actually worse than kids sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, listen,
But you can bitch at those.
I remember I
not
had
so
very young
much.
girls, so I have to deal with a lot of.
Oh yeah.
Not so
It's
much.
like
You
I'm
can't-
raising kids on my own.
I've seen you.
At work,
I've seen you.
It's rough. Let me
Have you
tell
ever seen
It's,
a
and
mom?
it's not
Okay.
easy right now because they
No.
don't want to do
Listen,
anything.
have you ever seen a mom go off? Like I know a Cuban mom or Latin mom would be like, eso, or like got into a fight in front of you? Yeah, right.
No, of course.
I just
I
can
had
imagine.
to get a guy out, be like, I'm gonna call the cops on you because the guy went crazy.
Oh my God.
No
Crazy,
way.
yeah. Just like at a photo shoot, I've had fathers like, "Oh, saca la cara de puta," and I'm like, "Oh my God, don't do that!" You know, like the crazy. I've seen so many crazy stories, but I've also seen so many beautiful stories. I've seen crazy like husband cheating on mother, like the wife. I'm sorry, and I've seen just crazy stuff. But then I've also seen, you know, I have a really good friend of mine. She did her daughter's quinces with me, and then she brought her niece. Her niece was connected to a machine.
Oh,
And they were anxious to do the pictures because she was about to die.
Oh my God.
She lasted 6 years after that.
Oh my
That
God.
was, I will never forget that story because that was my first and most special that touched my heart. I mean,
can
I'm very
imagine. I'm
sentimental.
about to cry.
Yeah. And listen, I have the pictures, and I mean, I found out she died at 21. So she lasted 6 years after that. And you should have seen her face. She was connected. She couldn't talk or anything, but they will bring her to the store. And I'm like, I'm going to order you a special dress because I wanted to cover this, right, for the
Heck
picture.
yeah.
Mama, you know, she would go like that. I was like, okay, but don't get too excited. It was the most, and she did her photo shoot, and she did amazing. And
Ay, qué
they got
linda.
scared because the machine se quedó sin batería.
Oh my God.
So they were at the photo shoot location, and they had to charge the thing, and it was the craziest thing, but it was just amazing. So and we
Wow.
also do a lot of sponsorship to different nonprofit organization, which that to me is my biggest, you know, pride, because there's girls obviously that don't have the means, you know, that they're
Yeah.
abused or foster kids, or so we like to help. And right now I'm
that's
doing
really
more than
nice.
100 kids. We're actually doing it's called the sneaker ball, if I'm not mistaken. And we're doing about 100 girls. It's
Oh,
it's
wow.
awesome. Yeah. So we donate. We do a lot of donations.
That's
and-
beautiful.
Yeah.
You guys have definitely taken this like to an extreme, to another level. You've taken, I'm going to use the word advantage of every opportunity, but advantage in the right way. Like you are filling in all the gaps. Basically.
I say that we're blessed, right? So
Yeah.
if we're blessed, why not try to,
Bless
bless
everything.
someone else?
Yeah.
And to me, it's not only about money. It's
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
giving back.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we do.
I
like
always
to-
say you get what you give, you get it back some way, somehow.
Yeah.
God always has a way of
Absolutely.
repaying you for all your good deeds.
absolutely,
And for all the
absolutely.
bad ones, by
And
the way.
although there's been a lot of competition, because obviously after everything happened and all these people, you know, all these photographers came from out of the country, I tell people, you know, we've been in business for over 50 years. Why would you go trust Juanito
Somebody
Perez
que
that
no
just came
conoce,
from
yeah.
anywhere? I'm not gonna say it, but and you're just gonna go and dish out money? Like we've been number one. We invented the whole one-stop shop because back then, let's be real. So and still today, you go to Miracle Mile and there's bridal shop,
Yes.
bridal, right? And you
Yeah.
go get the dress, but then you gotta go get the photographer, and then you gotta
Yes.
go get the cake, and then you gotta go get the DJ, right?
Yeah, I remember when I did my wedding.
So,
What a mission.
My aunt, when she started the business back in Puerto Rico, she did a one-stop shop. You will get everything for a wedding. You didn't have to go anywhere else. And so my cousin continued the tradition here, and we converted it into quinces,
awesome.
right? Obviously, the traditions have changed. So back then, los guantes, the
Right.
fake flowers, the capas, you know, so everything's changes throughout the years. But the whole one-stop shop pictures and, you know, the videographers and the dresses and now the makeup. I tell the girls, I wish I had that when I was 15.
No, and I'm
Because-
sure the people that work with you, that you refer, you know, they're a reflection of you. So I'm
Well, they're all
sure they give
exclusive
like,
with us.
right, I'm sure
Yeah.
they give like top-notch service because it
They
reflects
do.
on you guys.
I can attest to that. They do. Both hair and makeup and photography have been astronomical. As a matter of fact, I've referred like 3 people your way, and they're all extremely happy.
I have a Marlene, if I'm not mistaken,
There's
right? She's
Marlene, my Aunt
hilarious.
Kathy, Laura, yeah, and she just did photos recently, and they were, you know, they're all very happy with everything. And I will say that it's the whole thing. It's what you said. Every single person that's in your team represents what you represent, what Bella Quince represent, and that speaks loud.
Volumes.
That speaks volumes. You know.
And so the reason we like for this to happen, right, for your experience and the customer service and everything else is because of the word of mouth, right? To me, it's more important than
The
we had a
reputation,
reality. We've had
absolutely.
2 reality shows on TLC, on Discovery, and yeah, that was great. But we just continue. You didn't even know I had a reality show.
didn't
So
no, I didn't know either.
and you see, but you know where you guys came from?
From Jenny.
Jenny.
Gomez.
Jenny.
The other Jen.
Because so
The third one.
Jenny, I met her. She came to the store and she was like, "Oh my God, I love your show," and that's how it all started. So she came to the show.
Jenny.
I
We
met
love
you
you,
guys.
Jenny.
I know. I miss you. We've been saying we're gonna catch up and we never do.
She's very busy.
So word of mouth. Let's forget the show, but the word of mouth. She told you guys because I know she told your husband and your husband. So that's how, to me, it works.
I bet you most of your business comes from the referral and word of mouth.
Absolutely.
Honestly, this is another page to pull from your book for everybody who has a business. I think it's important to give that type of service. I think, especially here in Miami,
Where the service is so
in our
bad
industry
everywhere.
specifically, the service has diluted. Like it's not even par. So at this point, at least meet par. But if you can exceed expectations and give people that experience,
Unless you work with me, I will exceed your expectations every time.
Same. As then you can certainly grow your business in a way that's like, that's word of mouth, that you can enjoy, that's a passion because you see it. I can only imagine having business coming in because people are happy about the things that you've been doing. That's also rewarding.
Yes, it is.
It
is.
It attests to
That's
your
why I
effort.
love what I do.
Yeah.
And they tell me, "Oh, I came because Fulana recommended me, and you're amazing." I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go above and beyond. Hold on a second. I'm gonna make sure that this
Right,
is
because
going
you have to
down."
live up to the expectation.
Sometimes it's hard because we do about 1,500 quinceañeras a year.
Wow.
You can only imagine like trying to please every single one.
It's
I
hard.
can't be involved in every single one. That's why we have over 100 employees. Between the the venues and the photographers, and we have graphic designers, we have it all. So it's hard to run so many employees. I deal with the stores, but my cousin, pobre, sometimes
He's
te
on
vas a
top
quedar
of all of
calvo.
it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but listen, it's rewarding afterwards. You know, at the end of the day, we've done good, we've been blessed, and we're just gonna continue. This
Making
journey.
dreams come true, baby.
Absolutely. Yeah. People are like, you're still here. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna retire here.
That's the type of job, all right, or passion or work that you need to strive for.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Yeah.
It's so important. Man, Jarling, it has been a complete pleasure having you here.
I think.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much for
so
coming.
much.
It sucks that I had to see you here.
I know.
And I can
And
gym
not
I'll go to the
anymore.
gym soon, I promise. I haven't been going to the gym, but I will go.
But
I
you look
have to.
amazing. You
Thank
look amazing. And for those of you who would like her services, follow her at Jarling Perez.
That's right.
In Instagram, and Bella Quince as well, and you'll see, she'll be there. You'll see everything we're talking about, and
Everything
she
is
won't
glamorous.
Disappoint. But on the other hand, Jarling, thank you for sharing your personal stories with us as well.
Thank you for having me.
We are going to make an effort to try to see if we
Please.
can find you that person, right, Jen? We're gonna do
Well, I'm
this.
dating.
gonna
I've
do
been
it.
dating.
Okay.
I'm getting to know people.
We're gonna have like a networking event for singles.
I really
I'm gonna
wanna do
bust
this
out
event.
I'm gonna bust out PowerPoints.
My net podcast will be like, "Oh, so I found my dream thanks to you guys. My dream
There
man."
you go.
I'm not gonna even lie. That was gonna be like my side gig, matchmaking. But that's a whole other episode.
We'll talk about that next time. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, TikTok, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.